So just in a matter of 1 week, I'm actually getting married. Me and Selena, we're gonna have our wedding on August 7th, which is obviously a great and exciting time. And just kind of like within the spirit of that, I wanted to make a quick video regarding one piece of dating advice that I think is very important. And this is not dating advice for someone that's just looking to start a relationship with a girl. Trying to talk to a girl for the first time, trying to approach her, trying to eventually kind of pull the trigger on a specific prospect, if you will. It's about a situation where you've already become, a significant other of this person, where it's like your boyfriend and girlfriend now, you're an actual couple, you actually know that you like each other. This is something that's very important, and it's something that you need to make sure that you're doing, which is that you need to make sure that you have very deep conversations with this person that you're dating. Okay. Now, what exactly do I mean by that? When I talk about deep conversations, I'm not talking about long, drawn out conversations where all you talk about are things that don't matter, that are irrelevant, that are about sports and movies, and just things that are kind of just, they're essentially vain and that don't really matter that much. What we're talking about are things that are of a more deeper nature, right? Things that are more so, philosophical, political, especially religious for sure, things regarding the Bible, things regarding Christianity. You want to make sure that you spend an ample amount of time talking about these specific things, because you want to make sure that you know exactly what you're getting into, if that makes sense, right? And so obviously if you're dating someone for just a matter of weeks and you don't really spend a lot of time talking about those religious things or talking about those kinds of things, then you end up marrying this person, and then you start to realize, like, oh crap, this person completely disagrees with me on so much about what the Bible says, and maybe you should have talked about those things first before deciding to eventually marry this person, right? That's probably not a good idea to do. And so basically my point is, my advice to you, if you are someone that's in this kind of relationship, is that you need to spend an ample amount of time having conversations that are very deep and talking about very specific things, talking about salvation, talking about baptism, talking about the Bible, the King James Bible, that specific issue, talking about the Trinity, talking about this, talking about that, just talking about a million different hosts of subjects that are very deep and in a sense, philosophical, or what have you. But, just talk about the Bible, just talk about religion, talk about doctrine, talk about all kinds of issues, and say, hey, what do you think about this? Or what's your opinion on this? And what's your opinion on that? What's your opinion on, I don't know, Calvinism, whatever. Just talk about doctrine, just talk about the Bible, talk about those specific things, and make sure you have deep, long, drawn out conversations about those specific topics, so that you know exactly what you're getting into, right? And obviously, if that person that you're dating is wrong about that subject, then you should show her what the Bible says, so that you can convince her to agree with what the Bible says. And maybe you might change your mind about something, because she actually might be right about that specific thing that you disagree on, right? Because I think the way it's a two-way street, it's a conversation, but that doesn't change the fact that you should still have those conversations and make sure you talk out those things, so that you know exactly what you're getting into and discussing those issues, so that way you can be in alignment and unified on those essential things regarding the Bible, Christianity, all those things.